So now the method I prefer the most, because in my previous video I made a cap and then I had to strand in all strands one by one. Now there is a long loop crochet method that gives you those loops, those strands, whilst you're crocheting a cap, and that's what I like. The increasing method is exactly the same as in my previous video, so you can check that out and then decide which method you want to use. So I am only going to show you how to make this stitch. It isn't that difficult, but you just need to know how so that the loops don't come out. It's a little bit different. You take your working yarn and you pull up a loop and you're going with your finger just once in the direction that you're looking. So make sure you do the same thing and place it around your finger. Then you take your hook and you're going, now I have to fiddle a bit because I want to show you. Then you're going under those both strands with your hook. Okay? Then you're going to pull both those strands. Now for me it's a bit fiddly because I have to show you and do it at the same time. You're going to pull both of these strands through your stitch, and I'm going to do this again for myself without looking in the camera how I'm doing it, because it's not doable to do both things at the same time. I made a double loop around my finger. I go with my crochet needle under it. Oh, be sure you catch up a stitch before you're going to make that loop. Sorry. I pick up both strands, pull them both through my stitch. Okay, let go of the first strand, that's my loop. Take this yarn and make another slip stitch just to secure your loop. Again, make a loop, make another wrap around your finger, place your hook into the stitch into which you want to make your loop stitch, pick up both strands. Now this is the moment that you can even make your loop a little bit longer, just the length you want. I have both strands and I'm going to pull both strands through the stitch, leaving me with 3 loops on my crochet hook. Let go of that first and make a slip stitch with my working yarn through the 3 stitches that were on my hook. Again, pull up your yarn in by your desired length, wrap it again around your finger, put your crochet hook in your stitch, pick up both strands, and this is important. Normally your movement would be from the inside to the outside to pick up your yarn. In this case, and that's very important, you need to go from the outside and pick up those both strands and pull them through your stitch. Let go of the loop, take your working yarn and make a slip knot. We'll do that just once more. Pick up your stitch, make a loop, make another wrap around your finger, pick up both strands from the outer side, pull them through this, pull them both through the stitch on your needle. It leaves you with 3 loops on your crochet hook. Let go of the loop, take your working yarn and make a slip knot. That gives you a nice wig, just as full as you would have when you would have stranded it, I think. This is cotton, so this always looks a bit funny. As you can see, and I will show you, those loops aren't going anywhere. I can pull on this thread, I can pull on the other thread. It isn't going anywhere, and I could cut it just here. So you have different options with this. This is fun to do in somewhat fuzzy yarn and small loops that looks like a curly hairstyle. What did I do more? I am currently working, but that's just a little bit, with mohair, making loops, but it is just a little bit that I've done until now. That makes it a really fuzzy, curly hairstyle, like my dolls way before. I think about 3 years ago, something like that. But it's nice too, it gives nice results. You could use boucle yarn. That's the nice result too. Then you could make long loops and cut them through. Well, there is so much you can do with this way of making wigs with yarn that I would suggest that you just try any material you like. That's just the way I do it too. I see something and I don't know what it's going to be or what is going to become of it, but I just try and see how it looks. And sometimes I think, oh wow, that's really nice, I like that. And sometimes I think, nah, that's not just it. But I do need to say that my experience is that yarns like this, like cotton, too straight, isn't that beautiful. If there's something fuzz going on, you have a nicer outcome. Now, I hope you enjoyed this video. For the people on YouTube, thank you so much for watching this. Thank you for already over 100 subscribers. I couldn't even dream that it would happen. And I'm really very honored. For the people on Facebook, thank you for your support. Thank you for taking part of the make-along. It's a lot of fun. For those of you who haven't entered yet, please come take a look. You don't need to participate in the contest. You can watch what happens, and maybe you will be a participant in the next make-along. You never know. It's just exactly what I always wanted. More interaction between doll makers, learning from each other, having fun. That's exactly what I wanted, because doll making, you do that at home, and you don't get the chance to meet a whole lot of other doll makers. And in the crafting world, like knitting, it is very common that you have knitting groups, something like that. And now we have our own doll making group. How much fun is that? So I hope it will continue growing. I will do my best to surprise you